Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren
and I'm Maureen.
Yeah, so today we're going to be reacting to a very interesting video about Eritrea. And the reason why we decided to do this is because Eritrea holds so much mystery, and I feel like not so many African countries know about Eritrea. And the most interesting fact I'm going to drop before we start reacting to this video is that Eritrea was part of not Somalia, but Eritrea was part of Ethiopia before it finally gained independence from Ethiopia. How interesting is that?
Yeah.
So we are just two Kenyans reacting to internet videos.
Yeah.
So before we get into it, you guys please remember to subscribe to our channel for those who have not subscribed. Also, you can also leave a comment about this video at the end of the video. So let's get into it.
Benvenuti in Eritrea.
As an Italian, what do you think about Asmara?
Yeah, it looks really, really Italian. I had the best spaghetti and pizza that I ever had outside Italy.
Wait a second. Italy in Africa? Okay guys, the wait is over. My huge trip to 18 countries in Africa begins now, and I will be on the continent for the rest of the decade. First stop, Eritrea. If you're like me, you're probably scratching your head right now. Perhaps you've heard the name Eritrea before, or maybe you know a thing or two about it. But I bet that many of you have no idea what's happening here, so you're in for a real treat, because this country is as unique as they come. Let's dive right into it. Eritrea is a country smaller than Oklahoma, sitting on the Horn of Africa, bordering Sudan, Ethiopia, Djibouti, and the Red Sea, not far away from Yemen. About 5 million people call this land home, which gained independence from Ethiopia on the exact day I was born, May 24th, 1991.
How many of you knew that Eritrea was part of Ethiopia and that it gained independence from Ethiopia in 1991? Not so many people knew. I, for a matter of fact, didn't know that it was part of Ethiopia, right? So Ethiopians, if you're watching this and you're an Ethiopian person, if you're watching this and you're Eritrean, let us know in the comment section, what do we not know? What is interesting about your country that we don't know? Please let us know in the comment section.
So where does Italy fit into the picture? Let's rewind the clock back to the year 1882. The Italians rolled up on the shore and formed small settlements in Eritrea. As more Italians came, more roads and buildings were built, turning the capital of Asmara into one of the most charming towns in Africa. This is the main boulevard here, Liberation Avenue. Even though the Italians have been out for 45 years now, it's unbelievable how well preserved their influence remains. The colonial architecture brings me right back to Florence or Milano. When you see that building behind me, you really think you're in Europe, but we are in Africa.
This really looks like Europe, you know. It really looks like Italy from what we see on TV.
There are pizza and pasta restaurants galore, cafes to serve you tasty cappuccinos. Wow, that looks amazing. Gelato, gelato, gelato. The bicycle culture to get from point A to point B. The super old Italian cars everywhere on the roads. So we are hitching a ride in a 1963 Fiat? Is it a Fiat?
No, Renault.
What do you like so much about Eritrea?
The weather, the peace, beautiful woman, yes.
Liquor shops serving you the best Italian spirits, aperitivos, and even many of the people here, especially the older generation, can speak and understand Italian fluently.
La macchina che va dappertutto. A car that goes anywhere.
This car?
Yeah, this car.
That's awesome.
You know, to this point, you can clearly see how much of an influence the Italians have on Eritreans. They are very proud of their culture, and they've influenced Eritreans in this. You can see through the food they eat, the kind of vehicles they drive, the liquor they drink and sell, and also the older the generation, as he said, they can speak fluent Italian. And also their buildings, you can see a lot of their buildings really resemble Italy.
Eritrea feels like you've stepped back in time, back 30 or 40 years, because here, time just stands still. Salam. Salam. How are you? It's a cash-only society and there are no ATMs or credit cards accepted. People still use payphones to make calls. Many of the cars are old and rustic. There aren't any modern buildings. And the people are so diverse, with 9 ethnic groups speaking 10 official languages. There's never a dull moment to wander these streets, and even though they're very shy, I've received nothing but smiles and warm hospitality.
Wow. Name?
Drew.
Drew.
What a cool place. I'm really excited to dig deeper into this fascinating hidden culture over the next few days. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Wow, okay, so as you can see from this video, clearly Eritrea is really left behind in terms of
modernization and development,
infrastructure. Okay, from what we've gathered from the video, the only development they have is what the Italians brought to them, right?
Yeah,
and you can
pretty
also
much the identity of the Italians.
Yeah. So which makes me wonder if any Eritrean Ethiopians are watching this video, please help us, educate us, help us understand why is it that Eritrea has been left so much behind when it comes to development. Because if I look at their sister nation Ethiopia is doing quite well, is developing, you know. Addis Ababa is becoming one of the fastest growing cities in East Africa. Exactly.
Yeah. And me, the thing that shocked me most was the system that they still practice, the cash system. In Kenya, that is pretty much 50-50 with the cashless system.
But I can say in Kenya right now, wireless transfers and mobile phone transfers
have become very common.
Personally, I don't remember when was the last time I transacted with cash, and I'm a Kenyan. So even for foreigners, they are really forced to, you know, get into the system of cashless system. But in Eritrea, we see that you're still practicing with only cash. So
you're purchasing and buying goods with only cash.
But I think we can attribute that to the low development that they're experiencing, you know.
Oh, and also for a fact, we know that in Eritrea there is no internet connectivity. The internet connectivity is slow for places where you can get internet. It's very slow, and for the most part they don't have electricity. Yeah, they use generators. You can correct us if we are wrong, but they use generators. So development there, I can say, is very lax.
But one thing I can say, I would really love to visit Eritrea for myself and see for myself, because I feel like
right now we are experiencing Eritrea through the eyes of other YouTubers,
and what we are seeing, we still like it. You know, we are used to fast-paced countries like Kenya, Nairobi, the city Nairobi, you know.
Yeah, and not Ethiopia, but Eritrea is bringing another vibe, a slower vibe, you know, chill vibe.
You know, those
like
days,
to experience that.
Right, those days that, you know, people could just walk. The crime rate in Eritrea, I don't think matches these other countries like Kenya, you know,
so
South
would
Africa.
you say that crime rate in Eritrea is lower than other countries in East Africa?
I believe, because with technology development and every other thing that development comes with, you find different types of thieves, challenges. And right now there's you find people who are finding clever ways to, you know, commit crime. So in South Africa the crime rate is high, that I'll say without fear. In Kenya also the crime rate is not as high as South Africa, but you get what I'm saying. So I love how Eritrea has managed to maintain that old-fashioned tradition, you know. Yeah, so let us know what you thought about this video, guys. And in case you're wondering, we're just two Kenyans reacting to internet videos, but most importantly, we are twins.
Yeah, so please subscribe to our channel and support our work by subscribing, liking, and comment on this video. Okay, so see you until next time. It's a bye for now.
Comment and like.